Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Open It, the YouTube series in which I open recently acquired toys. My name is Russ. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you're a fan of action figures, toys, or pop culture in general, please subscribe to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Every week I do open a recently acquired toy or collectible, and today I am opening for McFarlane Toys, Superpowers, Brainiac, and why not open his Skull Ship as well. I was super excited to find these. The figure at Walmart, the vehicle at GameStop today. And so I just started recording this immediately because I just want to tear into these. The Skull Ship especially had some intrigue and mystique around it when it was originally released. Was it last year? There was some speculation as to whether or not it was even real. I think it just appeared. I don't know if it was at retail or at a toy show. Maybe the Toy Expo or something, but fans are kind of blindsided by it, as I felt today when I saw this on the shelf at GameStop, and I'm super stoked to tear it open. The Skull Ship holds a special place in my heart because I remember it from the original Superpowers mini comics, and here is one of them, the Wonder Woman issue. You can see that tear in the corner because this is the very mini comic that came with my original Superpowers Wonder Woman. I have most of the mini comics still, and I occasionally still read them because they're just so much fun. But when I saw this Skull Ship as a kid, there it is on the first page, and then Brainiac, this version of Brainiac, flying it, I was just all in on that design. Super cool, and it's great to see it in toy form, finally, and affordable too. I mean, this could have been a big thing with tentacles and, you know, it could have been a $50 toy. But McFarlane Toys is really putting a lot of emphasis in these vehicles for the Superpowers line. And at a $20 price point, it's less than some of the action figures McFarlane Toys is putting out right now when you think about that. So I'm going to open the vehicle and the figure. Let's do the figure first, because that's relatively simple. This is a super classic version of Brainiac. I think sometimes he has a goatee as well. But Brainiac's unquenchable thirst for absolute knowledge, regardless of the billions of innocent lives which might be destroyed in the process, has made him one of the deadliest villains the universe has ever seen. Simple description. Let's just get right in here. I never realized the Hulk's villain, the leader, might be inspired by Brainiac a little bit, right? Because some versions of Leader have this huge brain, where he's quite literally looking like a Brainiac. And he's green, and this version is green, and so on. Okay, removing him from the vacuum seal. This is just trash. But the figure of Brainiac himself is simple, but very Superpowers-like. Very reminiscent of the original Superpowers line. I don't know how well that's focusing, but just to the pose, the sculpt, the articulation, it may be the closest to the original Superpowers line I've seen yet in one of these figures. And I very much appreciate and dig that. You know, they don't have the Superpowers action features those original characters had. You'd squeeze their legs and their arms would punch, or with the Flash you'd squeeze his arms and his legs would run. I guess we're kind of beyond that now when it comes to action figure construction in general, but you know, in this case it's not. I don't miss it because the figure itself is just cool, solid, paint job's cool, vibrant, kind of a retro vibe to it, and yet I don't know if I've ever seen. I'm sure that DC Direct has done this version of Brainiac probably a couple of times, but it's the first version of this kind of Brainiac that I've ever had in action figure form, and I got a lot of action figures. This is probably the fourth Brainiac I've ever owned so far. So, and it's the first of this kind. Very cool, and I'm excited to have it. That said, the Skull Ship. This is the real prize, and I'm going right in because I do believe some assembly is required. Easy to open, easy to extract. Wow. I love this. Look at that. Holy cow, man. That's cool. Clear sides there. Wow, that is neat. I guess it comes with the Dune popcorn bucket topper. So that's neat. And there are the legs. I don't even think... Okay, there's some instruction on the bottom of the box. I was going to say, there's no slip or anything in here telling you how to put it together. I'm assuming it's not like really necessary, but let's see. Are all of these tentacles the same, first of all? So it comes with eight tentacles. Ah, okay. And inside each, for example, this says L3. So I assume, let's flip on the bottom here. Well, is that, whose left is that, right? Is that this left or this left? I'm assuming if I'm facing the Brainiac. So here's L2, L3, R3, R4, L4, L1, and those are R's then. Okay. It would help to look at the box picture as well. Okay, so this is L1. If I were to put that on, so that wouldn't go the way the box looks. I was kind of hoping there'd be an... Oh! Oh! Okay, wow, look at that. I don't know how well you can see that, but... Here, I'm going to scoot as close as I can. It says L1, and it says R1 right there, R2. So, it's very clear how this assembles. And that is very thoughtful on the part of the designers. So, a lot of props to them, because, I don't know, it's just easy. Let's see, is that it? I think that's it. They just snap right on. So L1, and they do, they just, you can see here how this goes. They just snap right on. You hear the snap, and then it's on there. L3, L4. Same on the other side. Sorry I don't edit these videos, guys. You have to watch every second of this assembly. But that was kind of the nature of this series, was to do in one take unboxing of these toys, because otherwise I'll buy them and I won't open them. They'll just sit around for a while. And I still have so many toys from Masters of the Universe Origins especially that need opening. So, you know, posting these videos weekly is an incentive for me to get these figures out of the package and onto my shelves. This is cool. And I don't know how well you can see that there. I'm just going to do this. Kind of reminds me of Rotan from Masters of the Universe. And then there's a peg in there. I thought there might be. So I could stand Brainiac in his brain ship. And then he just, you know, descends. I have come for you, Superman. Wow. This is a cool toy. I mean, it's cool to display, but then it's also just, for kids, it's cool to play with. I mean, that's what it's all about. You can see the display here is reminiscent of, you know, superpowers technology, the stuff you'd see like in the Supermobile or the Batmobile back in the day. It's kind of keeping that spirit going, but just buttons kind of thing. But hats off McFarlane Toys. This is out of the park. So cool. I love its compactness, considering the sheer mass of the original brain chip that we saw like in the comics. You could have gone there, and we could have been shelling out $50 for this thing. At least, probably more if you wanted to do something of that caliber. But you get the same effect here. It's the same cool design. You get the playability with the figure. You know, it's more of a jet sled-like versus a full UFO, I guess. It doesn't lack any of that menacing quality because of its size. It's super cool. I mean, if you can't tell, I like it a lot. And this is kind of to me, this is the pinnacle of the Superpowers line. This is exactly what it's all about. Bringing old concepts back in a way that's modern and fresh, affordable, easy to assemble. There's a playability, there's a displayability. It continues where Kenner left off the Superpowers. And I'm in. I didn't know for a while how I'd feel about this line. I thought I might just sell everything I got, vehicles included, and just focus on maybe collecting the vintage toys. But man, with this, I'm going to keep going and see what comes next. So thank you very much, McFarlane Toys, and thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. You can follow me on Instagram as well at AmazingAZComics. I post more about the comics and toys that I love, and more about the comics and zines that I make. I self-publish mini comics right here out of Phoenix, Arizona, and I'd love your support. Some of those comics are inspired by these little guys that came with action figures when I was a kid. So, again, you can check that out at AmazingAZComics. Until next time, when I grab another unopened toy here in my living room and I say, you know what? Just open it. I'll catch you next time.